Good morning children, Sai Ram. Children, today we are going to discuss CBSE sample paper. From 3rd December your half-yearly exam will be started and it will be conducted online, and syllabus for your accountancy, the complete book part 1 and part 2 according to the NCERT and according to the DS Grewal volume 1, 2, 3. All 3 books will come in your half-yearly exam. So children, let us start the CBSE sample paper. This is the part 1. Part 1 will come from accounting for not-for-profit organization, partnership firm and companies. So here is the question. Question number 1. How are the following items presented in financial statement of a not-for-profit organization? Tournament fund and tournament expenses. Children, this question carries 1 mark. Here you have to show how you have to fill this item in the financial statement of NPO, not-for-profit organization. So, tournament fund and tournament expenses. See children, tournament fund is a specific fund, so it is treated as liability. But tournament expenses you can treat as an expense. But here tournament fund is given, so this is deducted with the tournament fund. Tournament expenses will be deducted with the tournament fund, so it will come in the balance sheet. Balance sheet which side? Liability side. Liability side you have to show tournament fund 80,000 and subtract the tournament expenses 14,000, and the balance of 66,000 you have to show in the balance sheet. Do not show in the income and expenditure account. This treatment you have to show in the balance sheet liability side. Okay, so this is the first one. Now come to the second one. The second is, at what rate is interest is payable on the amount remaining unpaid to the executor of deceased partner in absence of any agreement among partners when he opts for interest and not share of profit. So here the remaining amount and the remaining unpaid amount which is paid to the executor of deceased partner in the case of death, it means that amount will be converted into loan, and in the absence of partnership deed, what is the rate of interest on loan? Yes, the rate of interest on loan is 6%. Okay, this you have to see. The next one is, state the order of payment of the following in case of dissolution of partnership firm. So here are the 3 statement are given. You have to write in sequence, in order form. Which payment you have to pay first, then second, then third. The first is, to each partner proportionately what is due to him, her, from the firm for advances as distinguished from capital. It means partner's loan. The second is, to each partner proportionately what is due to him, her, on account of capital. This is capital. Now the third is for the debt of the firm to the third party. So in the case of dissolution, what you have to pay first? The correct order is, you have to pay the first for the debt of the first is for the debt of the firm to the third parties. Now second is partner's loan, and after that the third is the partner's capital. Now in this sequence you have to pay. The first sequence is debt of the outsider, second is partner's loan, then third is partner's capital. This is the correct sequence. Now, A and B are partners in a firm having a capital of 54,000 and 36,000 respectively. They admitted C for 1/3 in the profit. C brought proportionate amount of capital. The capital brought in by C would be. See children, this topic is deleted from your syllabus this year. So we will not discuss this question. This is from the deleted portion, so we will not discuss. Next is Amit, a partner in a partnership firm, withdrew 7,000 in the beginning of each quarter. For how many months would interest on drawing be charged? Here you have to calculate the average period. It means how many months. So children, here you have to apply the drawings method in the beginning of every month, at the end of each month, in the beginning of each quarter. This formula you have to apply. So here in the beginning of each quarter, see, first of all, in 1 year how many quarter? 4 quarter. Okay, so if the partner withdrew the amount in the beginning of each quarter, it means how many months remaining, how many months left after first drawing? 12 months. Now how many months left after last drawing? 3 months, because if the end quarter is October to December, so the drawing will be on 1st October. So how many months remaining? 3 months. Now 12 plus 3 divided by 2, the average is 7.5. So it means the time period is for this 7.5 month. Okay. Now the next question, number 6. Ankit, Unnati and Aryan are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 5:3:2. They decided to share future profit in the ratio of 2:3:5 with effect from 1st April 2018. They had the following balance in their balance sheet. Pass necessary journal entry. Here you have to pass the journal entry, and this profit and loss is given 60,500. This you have to distribute among the partners. Okay. Now in which ratio you have to distribute? Here two ratios are given. The old ratio is given 5:3:2 and the new ratio is given 2:3:5. So in which ratio you have to distribute this profit and loss? Here it is given debit balance. It means it is on asset side of the balance sheet. So you have to distribute in which ratio? First of all, find out the ratio. Yes, you have to distribute this old balance in the old ratio. This is the first. Now 60,500 distribute in 5:3:2 ratio. Now journal entry you have to pass. So in all three partners you will distribute it. So entry will be Ankit capital account debit, Unnati's capital account debit, Aryan's capital account debit to profit and loss account. This is the entry, and amount 60,500 distribute in 5:3:2. So Ankit will get 30,250, Unnati will get 18,150 and Aryan will get 12,100. This is in the 5:3:2 ratio. Now come to the next one. Yes, A and B are partners in a firm. They admit C as a partner with 1/5 share in the profit of the firm. C brings 4 lakh as his share of capital. C is a new partner. Calculate the value of C's share of goodwill on the basis of his capital, given that the combined capital of A and B after all adjustment is 10 lakh. So children, let us do this question. So children, on the basis of a new partner, C is a new partner, you have to calculate the goodwill of the new partner. So first of all, you have to calculate the total capital of the firm. So total capital is equal to the new capital of the partner C is 4 lakh and the share is 1/5. It means you have to do the reciprocal for this. 5/1, it is 20 lakh. Now this is the total capital of the firm, 20 lakh. Now combined capital of A and B is given. Combined capital of A and B is 10 lakh. It is given in the question. Now C capital is 4 lakh. This you have to add and find out the combined capital of A, B, C. This is 14 lakh. Now you have to find out the goodwill. Goodwill formula is total capital minus combined capital of A, B, C. So total capital is 20 lakh minus combined capital is 14 lakh. It is equal to 6 lakh. This is the goodwill of the firm, and you have to find out the C's share of goodwill. C's share of goodwill. So it is 6 lakh 1/5 C's share. So it is 1,20,000. In this way, you have to calculate the new partner's share of goodwill. Now, the next question is, Riyansh, Garv and Kavleen were partners in a firm sharing profit and loss in the ratio of 8:75. On 2nd November 2018, Kavleen died. Kavleen's share of profit till the date of her death was calculated at 9375 past necessary journal entry. So children, here the suspense profit is already given 9375. You have to pass the journal entry. So what is the journal entry for the suspense profit? The journal entry for the suspense profit is profit and loss suspense account debit to Kavleen's capital account. This is the entry. Profit and loss suspense account debit to Kavleen's capital account. And amount you have to write down 9375. It is suspense account. Okay. Now next. A and B are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. On 1st April 2019, they decided to admit C. Their new ratio is decided to be equal. Pass necessary journal entry to distribute investment fluctuation reserve of 60,000 at the time of C's admission, when investment appears in the books at 2,10,000 and its market value is 1,90,000. So children, here you have to make the entry for investment fluctuation reserve, but here investment already appear in the book is given 2,10,000 and its market value fall down by 20,000. It means 1,90,000. So how will you treat this investment? This you have to see. So children, here the market value is given 2,10,000. This is the investment book value. It is given in the balance sheet 2,10,000 and the market value is 1,90,000. It means it is decreased by, investment is decreased by 20,000. So if investment, any asset is decreased, it means we have a loss. So this loss we have to adjust with the investment fluctuation reserve, and here investment fluctuation reserve value is 60,000. So out of this 60,000 you have to adjust this loss 20,000. Now if you have adjusted this loss, now what is the amount remaining of investment fluctuation reserve? The amount remaining for investment fluctuation reserve is 40,000. Now this is the actual amount which is remaining in reserve of investment fluctuation. Now this 40,000 you have to distribute among the old partners in old ratio, and old ratio is given 3:2. So for this you have to make the journal entry. Now first of all distribute this 40,000 in 3:2. The amount is 24,000 and 16,000, and the journal entry for this, wait, I am writing. See, investment fluctuation reserve account debit, the investment fluctuation actual amount is 60,000. Now out of the 60,000, 20,000 you have adjusted in the investment account. Now remaining 40,000 you have to distribute among the partners. In which ratio? 3:2. So 40,000 you will distribute. It is 24,000 and 16,000. In this way you have to make the entry: investment fluctuation reserve account debit to A's capital account, to B's capital account, to investment 24,000, 16,000 and 20,000. This is the entry. Now the next is, this is question number 10. When a liability is discharged by a partner at the time of dissolution, capital account is credited because. See, when a liability is discharged by a partner at the time of dissolution, any liability is paid by the partner. So because it increased the claim of the partner against the firm by the amount of liability. Okay. Next is, A and B are partners sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 3:2. They admit C into partnership with 1/5 share which he acquires equally from A and B. Accountant has calculated new profit sharing ratio 5:3:2. Is accountant correct? See children, in this question the old ratio of A and B is given 3:2. A and B ratio is given 3:2. Now C is coming and the share of C is 1/5. You have to calculate the new profit sharing. Accountant has already calculated the ratio 5:3:2. Now you have to see, after finding the new ratio, is the accountant is correct or not. So new ratio, how you have to find out? First you have to find out the remaining share, 1 minus 1/5. After finding the remaining share, you have to multiply with the old ratio. This method you have to apply. After finding the new ratio, you have to check the ratio will come 5:3:2 or not. If yes, then answer is correct. Next, question number 12. Again, the question number 12 is from redemption of debenture, and redemption of debenture chapter will be deleted this year. So this question again we will not discuss. Now next is question number 13. A portion of share capital that is reserved by the company and will be utilized only on the happening of winding up of the company is called. It means, see, the portion is reserved by the company. It means this is the reserve capital, uncalled capital. Now next is, calculate the amount of medicine consumed during the year ended 31st March 2019. Here opening stock of medicine is given, closing stock of medicine is given, amount paid for medicine during the year, opening creditor, closing creditor. Now I am giving you formula, you can calculate yourself. The formula for this, you have to calculate amount of medicine consumed. The formula is opening stock plus amount paid for medicine plus closing creditor minus opening creditor minus closing stock. This formula I have given. Now you can find out the amount of medicine consumed and answer is 1,45,000. Opening stock is 50,000. You have to add the amount paid for medicine 2 lakh. It means 2,50,000. Now add the closing creditor. It is 50% of opening. So opening is 20,000. So 50% is 10,000. This you have to add. Now subtract the opening creditor. Opening creditor is 20,000 and subtract the closing stock of medicine. Closing stock of medicine is 45,000 more than the opening stock. So 45 plus 50, it is 95,000. 95,000 you have to subtract, and with the help of this formula it is given, you have to find out the medicine consumed during the year. Now the next is optional or difference between income and expenditure and receipt and payment on the basis of nature of item and period. So on the basis of nature, income and expenditure account is a nominal account and receipt and payment account is a real account. And on the basis of nature of item, in income and expenditure record only income and expenditure of revenue nature, but in receipt and payment it records revenue as well as capital in nature, because in receipt and payment purchase of land, purchase of furniture is also recorded, so it is as well as capital in nature. Now on the basis of period, income and expenditure items relate only to the current period, but in receipt and payment you can record the items preceding or succeeding period, means prior or after. Now the next. Okay, question number 15 is from death of a partner. So look at here carefully. Danish, Anna and Pranjal are partners in a firm sharing profit and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2. Their books are closed on 31st March every year. Danish died on 30 September 2019. It means after 6 months. The executor of Danish are entitled to, means what we will give to the executor of Danish. See, the first is his share of capital, that is 5 lakh. The total goodwill of the firm was valued at 60,000, so his share of goodwill also. His share of profit up to the date of death, that is suspense profit, which we have to calculate on the basis of sales. Amount payable to Danish was transferred to his executor. Now here you have to calculate and the journal entry you have to pass. So first of all you have to find out the goodwill, his share of goodwill. So here total goodwill is given, you can calculate the his share of goodwill. 60,000 is the goodwill, total goodwill, and Danish share is 5/10. So you can find out it is 30,000. Now 30,000 goodwill you have to give to the Danish executor. So the entry will be this 30,000 goodwill who will give? The remaining partners, and the remaining partner is Anna and Pranjal. The journal entry will be Anna's capital account debit, Pranjal capital account debit to Danish capital account, and 30,000 you have to distribute in the remaining share, that is 3:2, or you can distribute in the gaining ratio. Okay. Now the next is we will give to Danish suspense profit till the date of his death. So his date of his death is 30 September. It means up to 6 months. So up to 6 months we have to find out the profit. Now how we will find out the profit? See, profit is given, sale for the complete year is given 2 lakh and profit for the same year is given 10% on sale. It means 20,000 for the full year on that year. But here it is given sales show a growth trend of 20% and percentage of profit earning is reduced by 1%. So here you have to calculate in this way. Wait, I am telling you, I am doing the calculation. See this line, the statement is sales showed growth trend of 20% and percentage of profit earned, it is reduced by 1%. So first of all 20% sales growth is given. So how you have to find out? Sale for the prior year is 2 lakh. Now this year it is increased by 20%. So 20% of 2 lakh is 40,000. It means this year the sales will be 2,40,000. But you have to find out for this 6 month. So for 6 month divide by 2. Or you can calculate into 6 upon 12. So it is 1,20,000. It means for 6 months the sales will be 1,20,000. Now you have to find out the profit. So profit percentage is reduced by 1%. So the prior profit percent is 10%. Now it is reduced by 1%. It means you have to calculate 1,20,000 9%. So 9% of 1,20,000 is 10,800. Okay. And Danish share you have to calculate 5 upon 10. So Danish share is 5,400. Now this 5,400 you have to distribute in the suspense profit, and the journal entry for the suspense profit is profit and loss suspense account debit to Danish capital account, and amount you have to write down 5,400. In this way you have to give the entry. Now the next is amount payable to Danish was transferred to his executor. Now you have to find out what amount you have to pay to the Danish. So first of all his capital amount 5 lakh, his goodwill 30,000 and his share of profit 5,400. These three things you have to give to the Danish executor. So the total amount is 5,35,400 and the journal entry will be Danish capital account debit to Danish executor account. Now question number 16. Manika, Bhavi and Komal are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 6:1. Komal is guaranteed a minimum profit of 2 lakh. The firm incurred a loss of 22 lakh for the year ended 31st March 2018. Here you have to pass the journal entry deficiency borne by Manika and Bhavi, and you have to prepare the profit and loss appropriation account also. Now first of all here is the loss given 22 lakh. This loss you have to distribute among the partners in 6:1 ratio. Now the 22 lakh distribute in 6:1 ratio. So the main thing is the guaranteed partner is Komal. Komal will be a guaranteed partner of 2 lakh profit. Now find out the Komal share of loss. So Komal share of loss, when you find out of the 22 lakh it is 2 lakh. Now see, 2 lakh Komal loss, but you have to give to the 2 lakh profit to the Komal. So it means 2 lakh loss and 2 lakh profit you have to give to the Komal 4 lakh. Okay, so 4 lakh you have to give to the Komal. Now this 4 lakh who will pay? This 4 lakh Manika and Bhavi will pay in the ratio of 6:4. So journal entry for this is Manika's capital account debit, Bhavi's capital account debit to Komal's capital account. Okay, sacrificing to gaining partner. So this 4 lakh distribute in 6:4. This is the second journal entry. And the first journal entry, first of all you have to distribute the 22 lakh loss. So this loss you have to distribute among all 3 partners, and the journal entry will be Manika's capital account debit, Bhavi's capital account debit, Komal's capital account debit to profit and loss appropriation account. Now question number 16B part. The partners of firm Alia, Bhanu and Chand distributed the profit for the year ended 31st March 2017 80,000 in the ratio of 3:3:2 without providing for the following adjustment. Here you have to do the past adjustment. In this question you have to make the account. For this, Alia and Chand entitled a salary of 1500 per month. Bhanu was entitled to a salary of 4000 per annum. So you have to make the past adjustment account. See children, here first of all you have to distribute the share of profit in the ratio 3:2, that is 30, 30 and 20,000, total is 80,000. Now you have to record the salary because you have not recorded the salary in previous, so you have to record the salary of all three partners. The Alia salary is given 1500 per month, 1500 into 12 you have to do. Bhanu salary is given 4000 per annum and Chand's salary is given 1500 per month. So do the multiply with the 12 and make it yearly. After that you have to add and then find out the total. Total is 40,000. Now you have to find out the actual share of profit. So 80,000 minus 40,000, the actual share of profit is 40,000. Again this 40,000 you have to distribute in 3:3:2 ratio. The answer is 15, 15 and 10. Now after that you have to find out the net effect, which side is greater by how much amount. So here 3,000 is credited, 11,000 is debit and 8,000 is credit of Chand. Now after finding these debit and credit amount, you have to make the journal entry, that is the debit is Bhanu. So write down Bhanu's capital account debit 11,000, to Chand's capital account, to Alia's capital account 8,000 and 3,000. This is the past adjustment table. And one more method is there which I have already discussed in our previous videos. Okay. Now the next question. The next question is you have to make the you have to present the share capital as per Schedule 3rd of the Companies Act 2013. So only share capital you have to show. So children, one thing I want to be clear with you, that you don't make the journal entry, don't pass the journal entry in share question. If only share capital you have to show, make the only notes to account and balance sheet format. So notes to account, share capital, first is authorized, issued, subscribed and subscribed fully paid up. Now authorized shares are given 90 lakh or 90,000 into 100. So this you have to give. Issued share capital is given 50,000 and subscribed share capital, subscribed shares are given 40,000. Now out of the 40,000, this is the 40,000, 1600 shares are forfeited, but out of the 1600, 600 are reissued. So out of the forfeited shares 600 are reissued, it means remaining shares forfeited 1,000. So this 1,000 you have to subtract with the 40,000 subscribed share. So this is 39,000 share into 100, it is 39 lakh. Now amount of forfeited, this 1,000 share which you have subtracted from here, how many amount you have forfeited? Up to 70, means 20 on application, 30 on allotment and 20 on first call and second call not paid. So amount forfeited up to 70, it means 70,000. These two amount you have to add and the share capital amount is 39,70,000. This you have to write down in the balance sheet, equity and liabilities under the subheading shareholder fund, 39,70,000. Okay. Now the last question is remaining, that is of dissolution. In this you have to pass the journal entry. So the first I am reading. K agreed to pay off his wife loan of 6,000. So if K has to pay his wife loan, the entry will be realization account debit to K's capital account 6,000. Okay, realization to K's capital account because K is paying. Next is total creditor of 40,000 and creditor 10,000 were given a piece of furniture costing rupees 8,000 in full and final settlement. Remaining creditors allowed a discount of 10%. So here the total creditor of the firm 40,000, but 10,000 creditor out of the 40,000, 10,000 of creditor worth giving 8,000 cost of 8,000 furniture in full and final settlement. So from the liability furniture is going, so do not make the entry for this. Now what is the remaining amount of creditor? Remaining amount of creditor is 30,000 because out of the 40,000, 10,000 paid with the help of furniture. So the remaining is 30,000. It is paid in 10% of discount. So 10% of discount is 3,000. Now out of the 30,000, 3,000 discount you have to subtract it. So 20,000 cash you have to pay. So the journal entry will be realization account debit to cash account. Now the next is a machine that was not recorded in the books was taken over by K 3,000, whereas its expected value 5,000. Now it is taken by K. K is a partner. So journal entry will be K's capital account debit to realization account. Amount is 3,000. Next is the firm had a debit balance of 15,000 in the profit and loss on the date of dissolution. So this is the profit and loss. This you have to distribute and it is a debit balance. It means loss of 15,000. This you have to distribute in the old ratio. So the entry will be R's capital account debit, K's capital account debit, S capital account debit to profit and loss account 15,000, and here ratio is not given. So 1:1 ratio you have to do. So children, this is the part 1. Part A we have discussed. Now in next video we will discuss part 2. Thank you. Sai Ram.